changer. When I started talking about AI and the kind of change it is bringing into the fourth industrial revolution, many people said I was mad. It's impossible. These things will take 50 years, 80 years. And then I was broke. So my barber would always mock at me and tell me that I'm talking nonsense. In my place where I come from, if you don't have money and you're talking, it's presumed that you're not normal. And he actually told me I had malaria mixed with typhoid. But I consoled myself because I was made to understand that crazy is a compliment sometimes. And so the world has only been changed by those who were tend to be crazy. What is this artificial intelligence I am presenting to you this hour? In our childhood days, we were told that computer is merely garbage in, garbage out. And that what you tell the computer to do is exactly what he will do. But there has been advances in technology. And these advances in technology has led to us to have what is called an intelligent machine. I would also tell you about the types of AI. We have the narrow AI, which is the AI that has little or less intelligence than humans. Then we have the AGI, which is called the artificial general intelligence. That robot has similar intelligence with human capability. And I will talk about the ASI, which is called this artificial super intelligence. That one has an intelligence that super exceeds all of humanity. And I will tell you also a portion of AI called the machine learning. You actually train the robots that this is the way to the road. It's a straight road to maybe Lafayette. And the robot says, no, that's a longer road. You could actually follow a shorter road and you will get to Lafayette. You could also you tell the robot, you mix 4 colors and you get white. And the robot says, well, you can actually achieve this by mixing 2 colors. It also means that with machine learning, the machine can actually understand what you like. Have you noticed that the kind of things you like keep popping up on your news feed on Facebook? The algorithm is bringing it up for you. The world is changing very fast. We say that AI will lead to 2 sets of people, the super rich and the extremely poor. Those who embrace this technology will be rich. And those who fail to embrace it will be poor. The economy is crashing. Government is doing all its best. Some things is boring. Some things is Jonathan. Some things is a person talk. No. Go to Ghana. Unemployment is on the rise. Go to Zimbabwe. There's crisis all over Africa. The reason is that jobs are being automated. Don't let anybody deceive you. Corruption exists everywhere. It's not all about corruption. Science have come to realize that precision jobs are best to be automated. If I ask you to stand here all day, look straight, and I'll give you $1 billion. Don't blink your eye, can you? No. If I ask you to secure this edifice, you would want to go and urinate. You want to rest and take a nap. But robots can secure this edifice 24/7, 10 years, 50 years without urinating, without getting tired. We have come to find that there are lots of errors when humans do things. For instance, so many people that sent for chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is when you think you have cancer, they send you for treatment. We're wrongly diagnosed. But with AI, with the robots doing this diagnosis, we have a 97% accuracy. This is in 2021. Imagine what will happen in 2022. Do we have a ShopRite around here? Or when you go to Abuja, ShopRite, right? Let's check it out on Christmas Day. You see the long crowd. Have you gone to ShopRite and you needed to just buy one small article? And you saw the crowd say, I cannot wait for this one. I'm going. The robots are taking over. This is what we call the Amazon Go. With the Amazon Go, you can actually pick your article and just leave the shop. It will be deducted from your account. So lots of jobs will be automated. The future is very dynamic. The educational system is jinxed. It has been like this for the past 200 years. And our only survival instinct will be our ability to learn, unlearn everything we have learned, and relearn new things. Because the stark reality is that the robots are not just coming over to take over your jobs, they're going to be leading you. We now have what we call virtual reality and augmented reality. With that, I can be here, and at the same time, a structure of play like this will be in Canada. With that, we can actually have professors in New York teaching you right here. How do you prepare for this change? How do you prepare for this fourth industrial revolution? It's by learning STEM skills. By STEM skills, I mean science, technology, engineering, mathematics. There are things that are not the high-paying ones. Learning things about robotics, virtual reality, augmented reality, 3D printing. Take, for instance, construction of houses. It takes years for us to build a structure like this with enough quarreling and imperfection. But do you know that we can actually 3D print this building in less than 3 days? That is the future. And it will be cheaper than the normal building of houses. Today, with the coming of AI, we now see disease, aging as a disease that should be cured. And I tell you the truth, the second richest man, Jeff Bezos, has put his billions into it. And the WHO, the World Health Organization, has declared that aging is a disease. Welcome to the fourth industrial revolution that is powered by intelligent machines. AI is not totally good. It's twin. It has good, so much good, and yet so much evil. My hero, Elon Musk, made me to understand that an untamed AI is more dangerous than a nuclear bomb. That America shouldn't be scared of North Korea, but should be scared of an untamed AI. Because when the robots become too intelligent and knows that the only obstacle to his existence is human, he may decide to destroy all humans. Yet, we cannot do without this AI. In future, we can now begin to genetically modify our kids so that the same sickness, hereditary sicknesses, that we inherited from our parents we will not carry it over to the children. So you can actually edit your baby so that your baby does not fall sick of malaria, typhoid, HIV. And when we say things like this, people begin to, is it possible? When they told your forefathers that it was possible to be speaking to somebody in London and you'll be seeing him here in Nigeria, what did they say? It no go happen. Impossible. AI simply means the impossible is fast becoming possible. AI also means fictional films are fast becoming a reality. My hero said, in the next couple of years, if you are not driving a Tesla car, you are actually driving a horse. Tesla cars are like gadgets. You upgrade it. Your car tire is going bad. Only the car will call Tesla as a book for a new one. You are coming, he knows that you are the owner and you are coming. The door opens for you. You can actually be in the car sleeping. The car will carry you to where you are going to. So in future, you enter the car, say, I'm going to see. The car knows that you want to go and see your mom. You enter the car and it just drives you to your mom's house. He knows usually on your way to see your mom, your gari is finished. And he prices the market for you to buy. Why are you stopping? You forgot. You need to buy some groceries. You can actually communicate with the car. We'll be introducing to you what is called the Maxia. It's an AI robot that teaches mathematics and knows why Fumi doesn't understand 2 plus 2. and James is having problem with 6 divided by 2. He reads your mind. So the future is here. And as we try to introduce this AI to you guys, we want you people to spend quality time learning about this great technology and investing in it. Whoever invests on this technology will become rich. Those who doubt, this thing will not go happen. It will take 30 years. It will take 50 years. It will take 70 years. You will die in hunger. The companies are not coming back. Oh. Don't let anybody deceive you. These banks workers will keep losing their jobs. Why? Automation is taking over. These big hospitals you see, they will soon close up. And you just wake up and say, you are still going to the hospital to do what now? Download the AI 1 minute doctor. In 1 minute, the doctor in your phone will diagnose you and tell you, you don't have malaria, it's typhoid. Don't let it, you understand? So these labs will just keep closing. So we will keep losing jobs to this robot. So what do we have to do? Future jobs will be all about working with these robots. The robots will also create new jobs, but the jobs will not be these conventional jobs. That is why reskilling becomes the in thing. If you are a lawyer, if you're leveraging on AI now, and know that AI will eventually displace you totally on desk, then you should begin to prepare. Future houses, if you are a civil engineer and you are constructing houses, and you know that there are going to be future homes that will have Bluetooth devices, that will have facial recognition, so you don't need to have a key to your house. When you come, as you get there, the door opens for you, and Mr. C, who is coming to rob you, the door just sends a message to the police and is arrested. You feel safe anywhere you are. Say, I did not lock my door. It doesn't happen. The door locks on its own. The door is connected to the internet, and you can actually communicate with your home. For instance, the fire cannot dot you in the home. You cannot. There are lots of things that's going to happen. There's what we call the neural link, where Elon connects something to your brain and you cannot have depression. We cannot have an anti-depression vaccine, so that you lost a loved one and then that day, rather than having the memory of the lost loved one and being pain, they play the memory of your wedding day, your happiest day. And you're just looking younger. In future, we should be able to replace our body parts by 3D printed parts like liver, lungs, and all that. We just recently genetically modified the heart of a pig and a kidney of a pig, and we have to transfer it, and it works well. But these things are not going to be available for the poor for now. It's going to be available for the rich and the very rich. So this gospel I give to you, if you embrace it, if you learn these STEM skills, you make so much money, you can earn as much as $80,000 in a year. And it's best for you young people who can really concentrate. When you earn this money, you'll be able to live above board. You become what we call the digital nomads. You're here in Nigeria, you're working for Facebook. You're here in Nigeria, you're working for a company in Canada. I'll tell you a short story. The ancient Chinese, the great-grandfathers, were slave workers in Vancouver. Vancouver is one of the best places to live in Canada. They were slave workers in Vancouver. But because they spent a lot of time learning and investing in science, today their great-grandchildren have become so rich that they are buying properties in Vancouver that the average Canadian cannot buy. So if you invest in yourself today, by taking this gospel very seriously, you will be able to succeed in a unique way and be able to live a life that the average Nigerian cannot live, that the average Canadians cannot live. Like I said, AI will make the super rich and the extremely poor. So the gospel, those who embrace it and say, well, let me give it a try. Let me learn about this artificial intelligence. You'll become very rich. And those who says, it's not going to happen. We will see ourselves in the next couple of years, and we'll see whether it's happening or it's not. I really want this to be about question and answer series. So stop in here to take your questions. Over to the house. I'm okay.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Mr. Kaudi. That was really tantalizing. And most of these sessions or scenarios will be ready for you to so many of us, it sounds unreal. It sounds like a myth. It sounds like an impossibility, but it's indeed possible. So, please, this is not a classroom scenario. Ask questions. Though we are working hard with the management to see how we are going to have an artificial intelligence hub at the center, and are also working on holding an artificial intelligence boot camp coming up very, very soon, where we are going to train the trainers, the best people among those are those that we are going to train, so that we now send them out. Because whether we like it or not, the gospel truth is, in this part of the world, artificial intelligence is more like like
Is what is industrial revolution.
Right.
The fourth industrial revolution is all about automatic things. Things are going to be so smart. Your phone is smart, your house is smart, everything is automatic.
Great. So you see, in this part of the world, in this part of the country, we are not so exposed to this. So it's an opportunity for us to lead the way for others to follow. So please, if you have any question, please feel free to ask any question as far as artificial intelligence is concerned. Any question, please feel free. This is not a classroom scenario. Yeah,
Just tell us your name and we'll ask your question.
My name is Ahmed Abubakar Siddiq. You made mention of us starting. You made mention of us starting this artificial intelligence. At this stage, I believe we are all in level 0 of this artificial intelligence. How can we start at this level?
I am discussing with the management to see how we could start up classes with you guys. Like I told you, there are different aspects. The boot camp will showcase it. In the boot camp, we're going to show you what's called a 3D printing machine and how it works, how it could print small articles. And later on, you could think of 3D printing prosthetic hand. We were able to 3D print the handle of a stand to hold the camera. You understand? Maybe the door handle, small articles. Maybe the cock shoe. You understand? We're also going to give you exposure on robotics. And then we're going to give you exposure on what is called the IoT, the Internet of Things. The Internet of Things is the science that says everything will be connected to the Internet. So with the Internet, you can put up your fan, you can put up your lights. You understand? We're also going to be showing you what is called the virtual reality, where you wear the Oculus Quest and you'll be able to tour different places and see different worlds as if you're just there. Maybe you're thinking about the Amazon rainforest. You understand? You don't have the resources to go there. How about wearing it and being able to see how the Amazon rainforest actually looks like? As if you were there. So we're going to make this happen in the boot camp. But the boot camp is not going to be enough. After the boot camp, we'll work with management and see how we can start the training session for the serious-minded ones. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My name is Yasin from Business Department. I'm going to read out the question. What I have in mind is regarding the artificial intelligence. Talk about aging, which really got my attention. You say aging,
You want to live forever.
No, it's not possible to live forever, but I'm just in the opinion of how you think it is. But I believe from infant down to adulthood is the process. So that means when you are maybe from your infant age to let me say 30 years, that is when someone is healthy and grown up. But from 30 downward, you start going down. So that means that
I'm over 30, I'm not going down.
so yes, I just want to know, like, that's my question, sir. I want to know
How is aging or sickness disease?
Okay. Now, let's we used to have a very tall palm tree, right? And some of our parents died climbing it, right? So what did science do? We have to mutate, change the genetic constitution, because we discovered the gene for tallness. And when we affected it, when we mutated it, when we caused a change, we were able to reduce it. And today we have short palm trees everywhere, right? And you like it, right? So let me ask you, how would you love to have babies that do not grow sick of malaria, typhoid, HIV? Would you like to have that kind of... How would you like to have a baby that no matter the rain, you are not bothered, or the AC, you are not bothered? He's so strong. Would you like to have such babies? That you don't rush to the hospital, no prenatal care? I tell you that artificial intelligence has opened a world of wisdom, and that fictional things are fast becoming a reality. I spoke to a group of people some time ago when I told them about the Olympics. I said that the Olympics, when African nations go to the Olympics to compete with Japan, China, America, South Korea, what are the medal rates like? What is the medal table like? Can you remember?
Yeah.
If America is having 100 golds, how many are we having?
10,
10,
2.
11.
It's not even 10.
Two.
It's 2. 1. 0. Right? How many is Russia having? The whole of Africa, I'm not a real sports fan, but I know that the whole of Africa, all our medals put together, is not up to 1/10 of America's own, right? Can you imagine? Have you thought about the fact that there could be some genetic editing? I have been saying that secretly until in my group we had to share a post where they say future Olympics will be all about genetically edited human beings. If you go close to an old man that has money, I tell you the truth, he will trade all his wealth to be healthy. Sometimes you see people in jeep. He will do everything if they can walk well in the sun like you, play football like you, and run in the rain. Some of them just can't do it because they're not healthy. You see, I have always belonged to the school that believe that we shouldn't gag science with religion. Because the rate at which advancement is happening so fast, we shouldn't gag it. If you want to live and die at 40, good. For me, I have so many things to do with my life. And I want to be very healthy. So death should be an option. In my group, we believe that death is our ultimate enemy, and we must defeat death. We are saying that the technology available for us today has the ability to end aging. And science has been pondering that we could actually choose how old we will get to and stop aging. We've done trial tests in mice and it's working. We can actually reverse aging. So if you want to be 90 and be doing like this, good. It's an option. But I want to be smart. Let me have mine. That is where the money is. So if you bring that genetic drug, now, if the person brings it and is selling it and is making my friend's father to become younger than my friend and is able to marry the third wife or fourth wife, I tell you the truth. He is ready to pack all the lecturer's inheritance and say, give me that drug.
Thank you so much.
AI coming to take our jobs and as well creating other jobs. Are there examples of these other jobs that we created in the future?
The other side, which makes people want to stone me, I say it is also coming to be your bosses. The robot will be your boss. And my brother will look at me. The robot cannot be my boss. I will spit on him. I laugh. Already the robot is controlling you in many ways. You depend on them for many diagnoses. What are the jobs the robot will create? In the interim, it's going to create lots of jobs. While wiping out a whole lots of jobs. Today in America, there are jobs that there's nobody to fill because they don't have the expertise. And they are high-paying jobs. Can you imagine if you come to Nasarawa State and tell them that I will build you a building in 2 days? Okay, what kind of market is that? And you do it. What will happen to you? Will the town not be looking for you up and down? And you tell them that, look, that house you built with 40 million or 50 million. Give me 20 million, 2 days, come and carry your house. And when you want to move to your village at old age, you pack the house and carry it to your house. Ah! Would you say, ah! If you have some guests from that 2 bedroom, there's the way you do it, you convert it to 3 bedroom. In the house, you don't need furniture. It already has furniture. You don't need wiring. What? It already has. You don't need plumbing. About 10 years ago, I was watching Al Jazeera where they told me that China has the largest number of skyscrapers on earth, and it takes less than 2 weeks to couple a skyscraper in China. The parts are already there. This is the fourth industrial revolution. Jobs will be created, but they are going to be smart jobs. That's what the relationship we're trying to create will do for you. Teach you those skills that you need to work in, to fit into the fourth industrial revolution.
Thank you so much.
And my name is Nehemiah. All of us here are from the Faculty of Administration, and from the films we have been watching about fiction on artificial intelligence, I'm meant to understand that from the films, there are people who are into sciences that develop all those kind of stuff. So now we are from Faculty of Administration, we don't know anything about sciences. I don't know how possible it is for us to do all these kind of things. Or are we going to be treated from the rudiments?
Yes, marketing. Campivi is my friend in America, he's in California, and today he's doing a lot of robots. The future is here. Elon Musk ever studied aeronautic engineering, was the best rocket builder. You could learn anything you want to learn from the internet. I told you that the illiterates of the 21st century will not be people who cannot read and write, but will be people who cannot learn, unlearn everything they have learned, and relearn new things. Welcome to the fourth industrial revolution, powered by intelligent machines.
We'll be hosting Dr. Ike. Dr. Ike is a medical doctor, and he had an accident and he lost his both legs. Yeah, and he decided to be relevant and he opted into artificial intelligence. And now he's doing so many crazy things and he's marrying them with the medical world. So you are not limited. Like we just rightly told you, like in my digital class, I told him how much the world has changed. Understand? The way to learn now it is not limited to the four walls of the classroom. So you are open to a lot of learning. So they don't need to take you back to square one. You can start even from square 10 if it's possible. So it's what is achievable. So your department is not an impediment.
So you can begin to think about fintech, finance, and technology. You can begin to think about how AI can help you administer your office properly. We now have robots that can actually reply your mails for you before you wake up. So lots of jobs will be displaced. So you will be at an advantageous stage. But you could also delve into something like robotics or the IoT. And here to say you can learn anything for free on YouTube and all that. Next question, let me take 2 more questions and I call it a day.
We are talking about the pig kidney, where they replace humans with the pig kidney. Are there possible side effects? Like, what would be the disadvantages to human health?
Thank you to my godmother, who was working as a nurse. She told me that she doesn't like fertilizers, and fertilizers are chemicals, and that she would not eat chemical food. Hello? He smiled. Now I look back. The Queen of England is over 100 years, right? She has been eating fertilizer food. And she's all right. Are you there? Nobody has actually proved that GMO foods are not good for our health. Though there might be some side effects, but we are saying that which is better? You go to some countries and they tear you up, or you say go to Malaysia and sell your kidney. Or if we could actually genetically treat the kidney of a pig and transplant it, which would you opt for? I learned that there are thousands of people in China that had problems with their eyes, And when you genetically work on the cornea of a pig, you can actually transfer that. Don't let anybody deceive you. The rich man will dodge and travel to China, and the economy will be booming. That is the problem. So I'm telling you to begin this day to plan and start making such things happen here. So that money, that $10,000, $20,000 we put into the Chinese economy will be put into the Nigeria or the Nasarawa economy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think Mr. Calvin, I love the impartation, the energy, the strength, and the knowledge as well. And we thank you so much. It's indeed a rare privilege to be able to catch you and talk to these wonderful students. I will keep them abreast of all our discussion with management, and probably we'll have one or two persons that will certainly be interested in the bootcamp that are coming up. So I'll be working with this team of students, and I may not be wrong to say I'm very, very comfortable whenever I find myself.
They look smart.
Yeah. Whenever I find myself in my midst, like there's this kind of comfort I get. So we're happy to have you once again.
Thank you very much.
So much. Yes.
That's the future. So in future there will be nothing like ASU strike. Those things will be eliminated. And you can actually have the same quality. We said AI can give the same quality education that is available in Harvard to the poor people here in Nasarawa. Can give the same quality healthcare that people travel all the way to India, right in your room. The future is here.
Sir.
That is the message.
Let's go for the picture.